had. All right. No use making a fuss, right? So, there you had a Highwayman, and it went to #1, and it was big. There was a big deal. The group eventually called themselves the Highwaymen, and they formed up as a foursome, and they traveled the country together, and created something that we still call in our country outlaw country. And alas, outlaw country has, it's gone the way of the cowboy and the Indian. And we are now in uncharted musical waters in our country. More on that later, but first thing I want to thank my producer, Eric Christensen, who arranged the concert both a decade ago and tonight. He knows that I'm not very well known in this country, and it frustrates him to no end, so that's why he's coerced you into coming down here. But he's sitting right up there, and he is just an angel of a guy. He started out as a fan. He came into my dressing room with a record, and for a change, he didn't want something. He wanted to give me something. And I found out then that every time I saw Eric, he wanted to give me something. And this has gone on now for 30 years or so, Eric, I guess. More, maybe more.
He says 50.
Okay, well, 50, 30. At my age, doesn't make any difference. All I know is, as the Beatles said on Sgt. Pepper, it's getting very near the end. So anyway, I wanted to say I love you, Eric, and I want you to take care of yourself now. Because we will do this again in 10 years, okay? As early in my career, I was labeled to some degree as a country songwriter because of records that I had done for Glenn Campbell, and then things like that, Highwayman, which somehow I always ended up in Nashville, working with Nashville people. So I'm going to play you some of my country songs tonight, even though, to tell you the truth, my life has been devoted to a kind of pan-liberalism musically, almost to extremes. I love all music. I spend most of my time with classical music. I like folk music. I like country music. I like the Rolling Stones is my favorite band, still my favorite band. My buddies, Bill Wyman, used to play bass with them. Rock and roll, love rock and roll. Jazz, I can't tell you which one I love the most. Jazz, rock and roll, classical. I love Irish songs. I know about 1,000 Irish songs from my association with Richard Harris, the somewhat unmanageable Irish actor. Taught me the fine art of staying drunk all the time. Here's from my country portfolio, ladies and gentlemen. Here's another song about a town. Glenn said, "Jimmy, can you write me another song about a town?"
hear sea winds blowing. I still see her dark eyes glowing. She was 21 when I left Galveston. Galveston, oh Galveston, I still hear your sea waves crashing. While I watch the cannon flashing, and I clean my gun, I dream of Galveston. I still see her standing by the water, standing there. She was looking out to sea. Is she waiting there for me on the beach where we used to run? Galveston, oh Galveston, I am so afraid of dying before I dry the tears she's crying. Before I see your seabirds flying in the sun. Galveston, Galveston, oh,